Well, there it is, probably one of the more familiar sounds that came out of a generation of music, The Final Chord from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, an album that is probably one of the most important pieces of musicology that came out of an entire generation of music. I cannot think to this day of any album. Well, I can think of several albums that I put in that class. Certainly the best of Nat Cole would be one of them, and a couple of Lou Reed albums here and there. But Sgt. Pepper in so many ways, and the Eagles, of course, the album that had about 4 hits on it. Can't remember, One of These Nights, I think it was called. A great album, too, but that chord has resonated in the hearts and minds of an entire generation for 2 or 3 generations, and will go on to live way, way past all of us. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I know it's a piano chord. I'm not familiar with the key or what particular kind of piano or how many octaves or how many hands they're using on the chord. But we all know that we heard that chord that summer so many times, listened to the whole thing. It must go on for a minute or so. I've never timed it. I just listen to it, and it conjures up all kinds of feelings and images of a generation, flowers, flower power, putting a flower in the butt of a gun. You know the images. We've all lived through them, and it conjures up so many feelings in our hearts and our minds. The Final Chord of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band from the Beatles. Music.
I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. I saw the photograph. He blew his mind out in a car, he didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. They'd seen his face before, nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords. I saw a film today, oh boy, the English army had just won the war. A crowd of people turned away, but I just had to look. Having read the book, I love to turn you on.
Woke up, got out of bed, dragged a comb across my head. Found my way downstairs and drank a cup. And looking up, I noticed I was late. Grabbed my coat and grabbed my hat. Made the bus in seconds fly.
The news today, oh boy, 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire. And though the holes are rather small, they had to count them all. Now they know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall. I'd love to turn you
The Final Chord from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, an album that changed myself and all of us, I believe. And that chord, I know that I speak for many people when I say that that chord, if it was the only thing you heard, you'd know exactly what it is. There's nothing else that sounds like it, and there never will be. It takes on so much meaning when you hear it. It puts you right back where you were when you first heard it. I know I remember exactly where I was when I first heard Sgt. Pepper for the first time. I was, no, I think that maybe was Hey Jude. sort of the same kind of thing, that repeating the na-na, hey-hey thing on Hey Jude over and over again. It had a hypnotic effect, and that was so true of the final chord of Sgt. Pepper and Hey Jude, both of them. And I remember I associate those na-na, hey-heys, I got confused with the na-na, hey-hey, kiss him goodbye. Na-na, 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 Hey Jude. That's the only heys in Hey Jude there. And that repeating thing, I somehow associate that with Neil Armstrong and man's first footprints on the moon and how important that was for all of us. The idea that one of us was on that big, big ball in the sky that we look at so often, every month in its fullness and throughout the month in different parts. And at one point in the month, you don't see it at all. And I thought, well, hey, it's just so incredible that a guy who's an average guy who, you know, granted went through a fair amount of training to get to that point, could step out of a lunar module at the time, the LEM, I believe it was called, and just step onto the moon and utter those famous words, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, I believe they were. And when you think about it, in today's capitalistic society, it always made me wonder why he didn't step out and say, hey, grab a Coke, as his first words, or, you know, why not have a hot dog with a famous name on it, or buy a Chevy or an Oldsmobile or a Ford, in all fairness to some of the other auto manufacturers. But he didn't. He said what was on his mind, and what was on his mind was that he was taking a small step for a man like himself, even though he was in a real awkward suit at the time. But what he was metaphorically taking was a gigantic leap for all of us together, unified as one kind of man, that being mankind. And I think he said a lot with those few words, and it doesn't need explaining, that phrase, and I don't think we have to dwell on it any longer. But it's so important to keep in mind every time we look at the moon and hear the music.
You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Right now we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire, yeah. The time to hesitate is through. It's through, baby girl. No time to wallow in the mire. Right now we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on 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 fire. Don't you love her madly? Don't you need her badly? Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? Love me 2 times, baby. Come on and touch me, baby. This is the end. My only friend. The end. My only friend. The end.
How the heck did you come up with the idea of putting the Lou Carroll poem to music?
I don't know where ideas come from. I've never known.
And it's such a plain Jane idea, you know, it's...
If you just pour your heart out, pour your mind out, let it
Do you have any plans in the future?
I'm not sure I know what you mean. Be a little clearer.
Can we expect to see a video of this thing?
I think that goes without saying.
Sometimes these things, what do they hit you square in the face, these ideas?
Two greatest lines I ever wrote, I wrote in the sand, and it was a tribute to the ocean. And when the water came, when the tide came in and took it away, I realized that's where that belongs.
It's been great talking to you. Thanks for the music.
Was really endless, slidey toes, the gyring gimbal in the wave. I'm empty where the bora goes, and the mole rats are brave. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the 𝙈𝙤𝙳𝙗𝙗, the frumious bandersnatch. He took his mortal sword in hand, long time the maxim foe he sought. So rested he by the Talkin tree, and stood a while in thought.
I want you.
And as enough his thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the Talkin wood, and verbal as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vocal flame went snicker-snack. He left his dead, and with his head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. Of Frabjous day, 𝙈𝙤𝙳𝙗𝙗, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimbal in the wave. All mimsy were the bora goes, and the mole rats are brave.
More music all the time to soothe you, because that's what music's for. Join me, won't you? Have a cup of coffee, whether it's decaf or regular, whatever you're drinking. Maybe you got one of those cappuccini espresso machines. Those are becoming more and more popular. People have these things in their house. In the old days, they just had the big ones. Now they got these little small ones, and they steam up that thing, the milk there, whatever they do with that thing. I never know. There's just funny sounds coming from the back of the restaurant. And the next thing I know, I've got this thing with a big bunch of white foam and a little bit of espresso on the bottom. And it's tasty, and I generally like to have a decaf, because I usually have that stuff at night. And I know a lot of our Italian friends probably drink that stuff straight all day long. I don't know how the heck they do it. You know, you got to be careful, though. Statistics show that too much caffeine is not good for you, and I know it's so easy because I myself, in the old days, used to drink, I was up to 63, 64 cups a day. And not just the small white styrofoam cups. I had one of those mugs with, we had the station logo on in those days, and there were 3 of us, and we all had our own mugs, and my name was on it, so it was tempting to, you know, keep using the same mug. And besides, if you're using the same mug over and over again, the tendency is to not wash it out, and it doesn't matter, and you keep having the coffee over and over again, and develop one of those dark little brown rings on the bottom that you couldn't for the life of yourself wash out. So I just keep pouring the coffee in and in and in. And you're sipping. Next thing you know, you've had 50, 60 cups of coffee, and it's not good. It's not good for some of the organs in the body. And nutrition, after all, is so important to us, and I think we're all becoming a little more conscious of it these days. But I know myself that I'm still a 2-cup of coffee man in the morning, and then the evening I like, if I'm out for dinner, to have one of those cappuccinis, and boy, they're tasty. And I try and have a decaf because I don't want to stay up too late, because I got to come in here in the mornings, which I enjoy doing, playing the music for you. So join me. Have yourself a cup of coffee, or as I say, if you have one of those machines, do what you think is best and sit back, enjoy, take a couple of sips, and listen to the music.
This is just a little samba built upon a single note. Other notes are bound to follow, but the root is still that note. Now the new note is the consequence of the one we've just been through, as I'm bound to be the unavoidable consequence of you. There's so many people who can talk and talk and talk and just say nothing or nearly nothing. I have used up all the scale and I know at the end I come to nothing or nearly nothing. So I come back to my first note and I must come back to you. I will pour into that one note that I feel for you. Anyone who wants to show really thoughts all below. If I use it with no show, better later you know. There's so many people who can talk and talk and talk and say nothing. I have used the scale and everything to nothing for you. This is just a little samba built upon a single note. Other notes are bound to follow, but the root is still that note. Anyone who wants the whole show, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, he will find himself with no show. Better play the notes you know.
Crack the button. The girl is tall and tan and lovely, and when she passes, all the other lads go, hey, she's real good looking. Never see her in the water. She is real continental. She moves so cool. She is swaying so gentle, and like a samba, a real Alabama. Say she real good looking. Oh, I would give my heart a real start. I want her so badly, I would give it real gladly. How can I tell her if I can't even spell her? I want her to discover that I really do love her. I'll do anything to reach her. I'm ready to beat her. Take her by the hand, build a castle with sand. Each day she goes to the sea without me, cause I gotta go downtown and make money. Real tall, straight like an arrow, like the folk down in Rio de Janeiro. Real young, cause I like them that way. On a beach, going there to stay. She's tall, Ipanema tall. Ipanema young. Beach, Rio de Janeiro. Beach. Tall and tan and young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, all the other lads go, hey. She's real good looking. When she moves, she's like a samba. The swing so cool, and swing so gentle. And when she passes, all the other lads go, hey. She's real good looking. Oh, but I watch her so me. She's tall and tan and young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, I smile, but she doesn't see. I don't know why she don't see me. She don't see me. She just don't see. I spend every day on this beach, man. She don't see. What's wrong with her? She don't see me.
Two words that begin with W, weather and watch. And we'll be watching the weather as we always do. We're going to check the weather. The weather's always worth a check. And it'll be variable and changeable, as it should be. Partly sunny, partly cloudy, clearing up a little bit. And then sometime a little later, we may cloud up a bit, and then it'll clear up again, as it always does. We may get a little bit of the wet stuff, maybe not. Maybe a little bit of the white stuff, and then it'll clear up again and be mostly sunny and a little partly cloudy there. And the temperatures will go down a bit and then edge up a bit later, and then level off nicely with seasonable highs and reasonable lows. Not too low on the low side, and that's pretty reasonable with all things being equal. Chance of a little fog in some of the low-lying areas with highs in the low to medium seasonable range and lows in the mid to highs. Right now, downtown at the airport, they're wondering, why is the airport downtown? Beautiful music, beautiful weather, sunshine, funshine, and moonshine music for you. Check it out, enjoy it, won't you?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early? Pardon me, boys, it's Chattanooga choo-choo. I've got my share, just travel to spare. Oh, once I built a railroad, made it run, kept it running on time, running on time. Once I built a railroad, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a brother? Can you spare a rocket's red glare? The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still tall and tan and young and lovely. Girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she's walking, our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled babba-dabba-danner yet wave in the land of the freepers, creepers? Where'd you get those peepers, freepers, creepers? Where'd you get that home of the most beautiful girl in the world? Picks my ties out, she eats my candy, she drinks my brandy in the home of the brave.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans of the United States. This is Foster Hewitt coming to you live from the Gardens. We're about ready to begin tonight's game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Detroit Red Wings here live from Maple Leaf Gardens. A reminder that Procol Harum will be appearing here at the Gardens Tuesday, September the 15th at 8 p.m. and tickets are available at all ticket outlets. That'll about wrap up the national anthem. The crowd is all excited and psyched up. Of course, the Toronto Maple Leafs defending the north end to my left, and the Detroit Red Wings at the south end over there in front of me. If I turn here to the right, and if I go over here, it's to my left. Foster Hewitt with you here from Maple Leaf Gardens. There isn't an empty seat in the house except for a few.
Don't forget to pick up some souvenir hot dogs and ice-cold programs at the concession stands in the lobby.
There it is, the classic Iron Butterfly 𝙈𝙤𝙳 Garden of Eden montage that the organist has put together with the Addams Family tune. A reminder that Iron Butterfly and the Addams Family will be appearing at Maple Leaf Gardens here in Toronto next October 12th, 13th, and of course the big Halloween show. Don't miss it. And the crowd approving heartfully of the organist's choice to use the old Sugarloaf ditty, Green-Eyed Lady. Reminder, of course, that Lady Smith Black Mumbaza will be appearing live here in Maple Leaf Gardens, 8 p.m., the concert ball, in front of 9,000 eager fans. See some of that terrific African music here at Maple Leaf Gardens. And we're about ready for the face-off. Well, from the face-off, offside, and we'll do it again as the linesman picks it up and does his token skate around the entire perimeter of the ice for no reason and brings it back to the referee at center ice here at Maple Leaf Gardens. There it is, Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water, And a reminder, of course, that there is no smoking at all in any of the sections in Maple Leaf Gardens, even though it's an ice surface that we're dealing with and not water. And now we're about ready for the face-off. From the face-off, there's a whistle, and there seems to be a problem. Apparently, there's a penalty. It looks as if the Leafs have an extra man off the bench. Too many men on the ice.
Toronto penalty. Too many men on the ice at the same time. 96 minutes.
Well, there it is. It's a steep one, 96 minutes. And he will cry for 96 minutes.
Last minute to play in this song.
Well, there it is, the announcement for the last minute of play. That'll about wrap it up here. This is Foster Hewitt, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and we invite you to join us again Wednesday night as the Leafs host the Chicago Blackhawks.
Minnesota fans.
No, let me check my... We invite you to join Wednesday night as the Leafs host Minnesota Fats for a snooker tournament here at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Philadelphia, Richie, Montreal, Smoky, Buffalo.
And the Leafs will be on an extended road trip.
Music. Music's a funny thing. It comes in all shapes and sizes, all colors, all kinds of packages, whether it's 76 trombones or one lonesome harmonica in front of a campfire. That's the way that music is, and you wonder, hey, how did the music get here? Sure, I went into a record store and picked up an album, but who's behind it? Is it a composer, somebody from Tchaikovsky to Jimmy Page? Is it a musician, somebody from, Billy Joel to Billie Holiday? What are the missing links of music? Who's between you, me, the music, and me? Who is it that puts the music on the turntable?
All right, look it. We're gonna do a long version. I'm gonna cut it down to a short version. That's better than doing a short version and then doubling it and winding up with a long version. All right, those are the 3 chords. That's it. Don't do anything else until I tell you. All right, what do you got? You got a horn? You got drums and a bass and a piano. Yeah, now you gotta have something else. You got a harp in there? What's in that case? Have you got muffins in that case? I don't understand here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and these people are eating. I mean, why don't we wait for 3 hours and then have lunch? I come in here, it's $150 an hour, and these guys are like muffins everywhere. I don't know. I mean, you guys are great, but you guys don't know. I don't know. You guys can save yourself a lot of trouble. Listen to me for a second. I mean, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna get you out of it. Listen to me. Do like kind of a slow thing, because that's it. The women, they like this. Sweetheart, is this what you like, right? What is that like? Is that the phone? What keeps going on? Have there been any calls for me? Let me know. When did Barry White come in here? I mean, you go, what, am I working with thieves now? I don't understand. What are you guys trying to do? You trying to appeal to some... This sounds like something I'm going to hear on the CBS Sports Spectacular next year or something, you know, promoting a ski jumping or something. I mean, I don't... Why do I feel all of a sudden like doing the hustle? I don't know. All right, I want to talk to you guys about your hair. Now, we need a name, but I got an idea. I think we should call it The Name. What's the name? It is the name. That's the name. The name of the band is The Name. You got it? Lyrics. Yeah, I don't know. I never listen to lyrics. I don't know from lyrics. Let me be honest with you. This ba is getting a little bit on my nerves, okay? I mean, can we come up with something else other than that, guys? What do you think? I'm gonna give you a big word now. Improvise, okay? You know what I mean? Nice try. I mean, if I wanted to listen to this, I'd turn on the radio. Listen, look, let me handle everything, okay? You don't know, you're a musician. What do you know what a musician's know? You know how to play music, that's all. I'm the guy, I'll handle the points. I'll handle the net, I'll handle the gross, I'll handle the absolute gross, I'll handle the pure gross, I'll handle the net, I'll handle the net gross, I'll handle the discounts, I'll handle the free goods, I'll handle the whole thing. Don't worry, I'll sell the albums. And I'll probably buy a few too. And you know something? I like you, I'll give you a free album. It's your album. Why shouldn't you have a free one? Take a copy of the tape.
When you hear music that's just, as we say in the business, instrumental, something like the theme from A Summer Place, Percy Faith, it conjures up all kinds of images and isn't specifically saying something in a language that we understand, but they've always said that music is the universal language, so in effect, it is saying something universal, quote unquote. And without being specific, using language and the words that form language and the letters that form the words that form language, music does say something. It conveys an emotion, a thought, a feeling, if you will. And sometimes we listen to music where there is a lyric. Yesterday, all my troubles were so far away. And we know exactly what that means. And yet when we hear a version of Yesterday that doesn't have the lyric on it, we think of the lyric and we think about times gone by being yesterday. That's the nature of music, that it conjures up feelings, images, emotions, and most of all, thoughts. And we listen to music, and music can be just about anything. We've heard music written, I guess the number one topic is love. Love's such a pretty thing to talk about, even when the love is not working out. Sometimes it's fun to listen to. We've heard music about, all kinds of things. Money, the best things in life are free. We've heard music about, well, I can't think of anything that we haven't heard music about when you think of it. Time is an interesting subject. We've heard so much music about time. Time is on my side as time goes by. Time itself without anything else. Time, time, time. The time has come today. All kinds of time, all kinds of people. People. People itself. People without anything else. We've heard songs about people. We've heard songs about songs. A song for you, a song for me. This song's for you. I write the songs. I write all kinds of music. Music is about just about anything. Anything at all. Any time at all. Time again. Time for music. Time for today. Time for love. Love, there it is again. There, I've said it again. All kinds of people. People who need people. People who need music. Music be the food of love. Play on. Play any instrument. Play on and on and on. Stephen Bishop's beautiful song from many years ago. That was a piece of music, wasn't it? Piece of my heart. Heart. Heart like a wheel. Heart's on fire. Heart the group. Heart. Saving all my love for you. You and the music and me and you together. Together the two of us, both of us. The two of us, three's a crowd. She's acting single, I'm drinking doubles. Country music. Music for all kinds of people. People who need people. People who need music. Both of us, both sides now. Now is the time to say goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Hello, hello. You say hello. I say goodbye. Hello, hello. There, I've said it again. Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? Name that too. Name the name game. Games people play. Games lovers play. Play it again, Sam, won't you? Play that music on and on. 1 is the loneliest number that I've ever heard. 2 divided by love. There it is again. 3 times a lady. Lady be good. The lady is a tramp. 4 for once in my life. Life itself. Take a look at life. Life's been good to me so far away. Away in a manger. Danger zone. Danger man. Man. When a man loves a woman. I am woman. You are woman. Watch me grow. 5 easy pieces. 6 days on the road. 7th son. I'm the one. 1 is the loneliest number. I'm the one who loves your tender touch. Touch me in the morning. The morning after. After the love has gone. Gone away. So far, far away. 8. 8 days a week. The weak, the strong. Only the strong survive. Survival. 9. Love potion number 9. Love. There it is again. That old familiar face. Love. Who wrote the book of love? Love the one you're with. It's only love. I get so high when I see things go by. Bye-bye love. Bye-bye happiness. Happiness is a warm gun. Peter Gunn, the theme from me to you. You are the woman that I love. There it is. Love again. Love and music. They go together hand in hand. Love and marriage like a baby's carriage. Baby, it's you. I love you, baby. Maybe somebody should write a song for number 11. I don't think there is one. Maybe there is, but 12th. 12th of never. Maybe there never was the 12th. The 12 days of Christmas. The 12th of never. It's now or never. Now is the time that we must say goodbye.
Far, far, far up the Autobahn, Borsen Siegel the sooner on. Far, far, far up the Autobahn,
Well, there it is, the final chord of Kraftwerk's Autobahn, a classic sound that so many of us remember from those days. I cannot think of a single piece of music that more than Kraftwerk's Autobahn's final chord says, hey, I know exactly where I am as I'm saying this. Except for, of course, I guess the Beach Boys, the opening sounds of Good Vibration.
I work all day to pay the rent before the money's earned. Well, it's all been allocated. I got nothing on my plate, but I wish that I were fat. 9 more gallons and I'll have me a hat. Working nights, I'm always tired. I hope my boss doesn't get me laid off. It's hard to pull an empty load, even if you're stuck. 17 more wheels and I'll have me a truck. 2 more times a lady, 3 more 100 blows, 4 more easy pieces, 5 more days on the road, 7 more days a week now, 8 more lives a cat, 9 more gallons and I'll have me a hat. Working weekends to pay the bills. I wish I lived someplace like Beverly Hills. I'd love to have her autograph right here on these checks. 51 more cards and I'll be playing with a full deck. 2 more times a lady, 3 more 100 blows, 4 more easy pieces, 5 more days on the road, 7 more days a week now, 8 more lives a cat, 9 more gallons, and I'll have me a hat. The city down below us, bridges strung like pearls, the glistening of your eyes as another year unfurls. Here I am saying those things that I say now and then, but it's the champagne talking, I'll be myself tomorrow again. Another super Sunday, gathering good friends, gals giggling in the kitchen, guys gambling in the den. Maybe we ought to do what we should have way back when, but it's the Bud Light talking, I'll be a lightweight tomorrow again. Valentine's, it was Valentine's. Easter, it was Ouzo. Beaujolais on Bastille Day. Labor Day, absolute no. I can smell a big Purdue roasting in the oven, giving special thanks again to you for your good lovin'. I should know by now that you're the best that I can get. It's the cognac yakking, but I may get there yet. Now the Christmas tree is telling me to give you what I bought. Time to put the past behind and treasure what we got. So let's raise our glasses one more time. Yeah, they wrapped it at the store. The eggnog's knocking,
This time I'm unlocking the door. Valentine's, it was Valentine's. Easter eggs with ouzo. Beaujolais Nouveau on Bastille Day, you know. Labor Day, absolute. The eggnog's knocking, the champagne's talking. This might sound shocking, but I'm not walking. Valentine's, it was Valentine's. The eggnog's knocking. Easter, it was ouzo. The champagne's talking. Beaujolais Nouveau on Bastille Day. You know, might sound shocking. Labor Day, absolutely yes. Well, it seems a little cool to me. I prefer the warm. This chilly air I feel is way below the norm. And my tears are raining down, clouding my views. That's the weather. Come on, give me the news. Our interstate won't change until both directions stop standing still. Fork in the road ahead, it's time to choose. That's the traffic. Come on, give me the news. If it's a long leash, well then pull it in. Just don't scare me with no bulletin. No one can win the way we play. For every game at home, there's one away. We're into overtime, someone might lose. That's the sports. Come on, give me the news. If it's a long leash, well then pull it in. Just don't scare me with no bulletin. Is this bond broken? Is my stock down? There's speculation all over town. Maybe it's rumor, another ruse. I gave you the business. Come on, give me the news. It's a long leash, well then pull it in. Just don't scare me with no bulletin. I need an anchor, I need a host. Signals that reach me from coast to coast. I'm on remote, don't leave me confused. What's your retort? The long and short. Come on, report, and give me the news. This is hard for me to do, but I can't seem to stop myself. I know you said that we were through, and here I am, I'm calling you. Please try to understand. I see myself as your loving man. Whatever you think it is I lack, let's talk about it, call me back. Press 1 if you want me, press 2 if you don't, press 3 if you'll forgive me, press 4 if you won't, press 5 if you doubt me, press 6 if you trust, press pound if you love me, or hang up if you must. I have an unlimited plan. I forward my calls everywhere. I check my voicemail from the car or at the payphone in the bar. I'm wearing a beeper all the time. I carry a portable fax. Instant message me on the train. I get my emails from the plane. Press 1 if you're remarried. Press 2 if you're gay. Press 3 if you're dating that brick from LA. Press 5 if you're screening. Press 6 if you're dead. Press pound if you love me, or hang up instead. I'm outside your house now. There's not even one light on. Has there been a blackout? I don't know. Is that a police car? I should go. Press 1 to press charges. Press 2 to feel my pain. Press 3 to place an order. Press 4 to restrain. Press 5 for visiting hours. Press 6 for a day pass. Press pound if you love me. You sure look good through the glass. Yeah. I never go nowhere, man, I never go nowhere. Traffic's bad out there, man, I'm saving wear and tear. I like conditioned air, man, I never go nowhere. I go upstairs, downstairs, backyard, lawn chairs, living room, bathroom, bedroom, furnace room, hot tub, cedar deck, build a fire, washer, dryer, pantry, patio, bar, aroma, video, cold cellar, rec room, ping pong, mahjong, beer count, where, then speed dial, order in. I ain't going nowhere, man, I ain't going nowhere. It's dangerous out there, man, might have been a big bomb scare. Hard to get off of this easy chair, I ain't going nowhere. I go online, DSL, Amazon, buy and sell, eBay, layaway, last bid, noon today, plasma, Judy Judge, broadband, Matt Drudge, J.Crew, BNN.com, CNN, JPEG, email, pop-up, Shemail, shower cam, filter, spam, slime, bam, I think it's spam. I ain't going nowhere, man, never gonna go nowhere. It's a bungled jungle out there, man, some kid got mauled by a bear. Surround sound in my own lair, I ain't going nowhere. I got perimeter motion, doggy door, mail call, people, Avon, wireless, strobes on, pin code, keypad, relay, pepper spray, home base, interface, 3-zone, plug and play, infrared, photocell, squad car, decibel, choppers up, sonic boom, activate the panic room. I'm on Ritalin, Coumadin, Zantac, Lipitor, Diazepam, Nexium, Prevacid, Percocet, Levitra, Levaquin, Elavil, Fosamax, Plavix, Keflex, Next Day, FedEx, Zithromax, Avalox, Flexeril, Topamax, Prozac, Ativan, Adderall, I take them all. I ain't going nowhere, man, never gonna go nowhere. I'm cutting my own hair, man, nothing I need out there. Outside sunny, but inside share, I ain't going nowhere. I can kick up my heels. I can raise a glass to a good set of wheels. And I can ride a pony. I can settle a score between a couple of friends, no more. And if I need to, I can walk the walk. And if you ask me, I can talk the talk. And if I have to, I'll stand tall in these here socks. But I'll never be on a Wheaties box. I can make a pie. I can help pick out an outfit to match the color of your eye. And I can tie a roast. I can make 4 different lunches and not burn the toast. And if I need to, I can be a rock. And if you ask me nice, well, I would say just knock. But if you give me the keys, I can unlock all of your locks. But I'll never be on a Wheaties box. I may not be an Adonis. I might not sink my putts like Tiger Woods. I may not have those washboard abs, but I sure can do the wash. And my ironing is pretty good. I can prune the plants. I can stencil a whole floor and not ruin my pants. And I can glaze a room. I can weave a wicked tablecloth on my antique loom. And if your cue is slipping, here, take my chalk. And if you want a kung pao, well, let me grease my wok. And if you really gotta have those Callaways, I'll sell some stocks. But I'll never, no, I'll never.
Ti amo il mio caro, ma il non è mai una scatola dei Wheaties.
You are some kind of lady with immense mind and curves to kill. I love all the work you've had done on you. Keep on sending me those bills. I am glad your serve's improving. I love the fabric in the den. The Pinot Noir got in Napa was sublime with your Cornish hen. But I can't give you what you need tonight. I just have to confess, it may be hard to make love to you just right, 'cause I'm on 3 days rest. Maybe I'll test drive a Vespa, forget to shave, collect some art, reinstate myself at Jack LaLanne, walk the course and lose the cart. I don't know if I can be your man tonight. I don't mean to obsess. I just don't want to be anything but right, and I'm on 3 days rest. boys all want me to go rafting. So far no one's taken their phone. I got the whole Lou Rawls collection to keep you company when you're alone. And when I get back here tomorrow, I'll be best in my own best. I'll be something that you've never seen before. I'll be on 4 days rest. There was a time my eye would wander, but my heart was always still. I chose this life I will not squander. What I can save with just a pill. So I surfed around and I found this site. Just arrived UPS. I'm gonna be able to make love to you tonight, right here in our love nest. Even on 3 days rest. 3 days rest. You're the best. 3 days rest. 3 days rest. I'm wearing 50X chinchillas and a gator each per boot. Hog-tied around my waistline, suede trimming on my suit. I got a bearskin rug and leather couch and antlers on the walls. Gooseneck lamps and decoys make impeccable duck calls. Had a mixed grill fry for breakfast, pair of mutton chops for lunch. Rare sirloin tips for supper, George Foreman by the bunch. A nightcap chod jerky and a cup of oxtail soup. A swig of wild turkey makes a happier coop. And I say, oh, So Bucco, what the heck's a big old deal? Was I away the day that someone said a monkey invented the wheel? My aftershave's been tested on 1,000 stubbled rats. My hearing aids derived from tech discovered from trained bats. My Lipitor cured countless chimps before it could save me. No, that ain't me tap dancing, those are new titanium knees. And I say, oh, So Bucco, what the hell's a big kaboom? For some of us to have a fine old time, we've got to sacrifice a few. I didn't see the Prius turn, I honked the Hummer's horn. The moose, the rack, the rods, the guns, the whole front end was shorn. They flew me to Bethesda, choppered me in DOA. Left behind the liver, rushed my kidneys to LA. My hair wound up in transplant, my lips were wrapped and sealed. Tongue tied up in customs, my skin was dried and peeled. Corneas went FedEx, eardrums next day ground. Took whatever's working, left the rest and lost and found. Now I am So Bucco. Eventually you crash and burn. To everything there's open season. I guess it was this monkey's turn. I was dating some girl from Dayton when I got a little noisy with someone else from Boise. I did some yoga in Saratoga, wound up with lumbago from San Diego. It got a little clammy one night in Miami. It made me wish again to be back in Michigan. I got too cute that time in Butte. Finally hit my quota in Sarasota. I wanna stop all this frequent flying, stay clear of those friendly skies. Too tired of all this trying. I need a map to keep track of my lies. No more rental cars and mini bars, macadamia jars and five-star motels. I had a falling one night in Raleigh. Man, it was scenic on down in Phoenix. I went bonkers one night in Yonkers, but it was costing too much in Boston. I want a shredder this rail pass. I gotta get back on the right side of the tracks. I wanna switch directions fast. It's just easier to stick to the facts. No more don't tells and won't tells. I'm done with these five-star motels. I gotta pull the wheels off this wheel estate, park it on a pretty piece of land, find a hometown girl that I can show the world, and tell the boys that I'm leaving the band. I kept a stash of petty cash for a wedding bash at the finest hotel. Some bars, one night on Mars, when a gal from Pluto, looking for a little judo. I started to swoon, orbiting her moon. If I lived on Jupiter, I couldn't have been stupider. I can't blame you for what you see. You are light years ahead of me. I've messed around with re-entry. We're just not from the same galaxy. It's just the way I am, sorry man, but I'll be damned to five-star. I won't tell if you don't tell, it's just as well in these five-star. There's no hope, it's the way I cope. I stole the soap from the five-star motel. I'm from nowhere near Kentucky, no right to sing them southern blues. I'm from Toronto, snowy city, from a neighborhood of Jews. Don't get no high from Blue Ridge Mountains, I get no buzz from Bowling Green. After a long day on the golf course, I like to take a little steam. That mean old man who gives the places hot foamy eucalyptus leaves. He hit so hard, my skin is burning. Well, you should see the welts he leaves. That mean old man. That mean old man. They wanna play a little poker. Promise me I won't lose my shirt. Well, every man's a Cuban smoker. I can't sit down, my butt still hurts. That mean old man. That mean old man who gives the places hot foamy eucalyptus leaves. He hit so hard, my My skin is burning. Well, you should see the welts he leaves. That mean old man. That mean old man. That mean old man. He's here on Sundays, and that's when all the regulars show. Turn up the heat. These are the fun days. Hey, it's my turn. I gotta go. That mean old man. That mean old man who gives the 𝙈𝙤𝙘 hot foamy eucalyptus leaves. He hits so hard, my skin is burning. Well, you should see the welts he leaves. That mean old man. That mean old man. That mean man. This guy's saying this, and that guy's saying that. This guy flew his barber in, and that guy loves his hat. This guy wasn't telling the truth when he said that that guy lies. His numbers went up anyway, and again when he apologized. Any old thing can float, we're all in the same old boat. You gotta strike the right note. Me and my pet goat are gonna vote for 4 more beers, 4 more beers, 4 more beers. If you're going down this fast, what's the point in switching gears? Here's 3 cheers for 4 more beers. Amber nights will help assuage my fears. This guy reads the news, and that guy makes it up. If this guy wins on that guy's spin, then I am giving up. That guy's former mistress says that this guy's just a crook, and those guys just all cut the line to have her sign her book. There ain't no need to gloat, we're all in the same old boat. You gotta strike the right note. Me and my pet goat are gonna vote for 4 more beers, 4 more beers, 4 more beers. When you don't know where you're going, what's it matter who steers? Here's 3 cheers for 4 more beers. Bitter ales might wash away my tears. And I wanna live in a swing state, a perpetual state of swing. Throw another couple of blogs on the fire while I revel in my bling, bling. There's that famous rock star singing foreign policy, who knew from those love songs it was on the GED. Parks that brand new hybrid right beside his private jet. Revenues might improve when they tax the internet. Any old thing can float, we're all in the same old bloat. You gotta strike the right note. Me and my pet goat, we're gonna do it all by rote. Me and my pet goat are gonna vote for 4 more beers, 4 more beers, 4 more beers. When you're going down this fast, what's the use in switching gears? Here's 3 cheers for 4 more beers. Amber nights will help assuage my fears, and bitter ales might wash away my tears. Well, I'm moving along, singing my song about coal, smoke, and valve oil and steam. Daybreak Express and the Rock Island Line, Tennessee Central, the old number 9. Full throttle boxcar, a steel driving man. Midnight and I'm doing what I can. I'm holding back tears, I'm one brave engineer, lonesome and lost and in love. Atchison, Topeka, Santa Fe, Glendale, Poor Valley, Mystery Train, Coal Mountain, Sligo, a tie walking man. Midnight and I'm doing what I can. But these trains always take me away from you, and right away I want to get back. So I'm leaving here tonight on the next one that comes. I'm riding on the bonus track. I shudder to think I might find that missing link that keeps me this tight to the rail. Nickel Plate Road, it's the 759. Toll River, Memphis, the end of the line. Freedom and friendship, a brakeman's man. Midnight, I'm doing what I can. These trains, they take me to places unknown. A hobo with dreams in my sack. A parallel world, that's all my own. I'm riding on the bonus track. Of your voice, you purr like a vintage Rolls Royce, but I simply have to question your choice when you could be with any one of many boys. I love the look in your eye, the color of a Tel Aviv sky, but I just have to ask you why, when you could have your pick of any other guy. We're not on the same page, so darling, act your age. You're digital and I'm still beta. I'm old enough to be your Zaide. I love the touch of your hand. Can you tell me if I have a swollen gland? Why are we here? This musical got panned. I wish the manager would just turn down the band. This nightlife's for the birds. I'm choking on my words. I need to Himel someone call a big waiter. I'm old enough to be your Zaide. I can't believe how you reciprocate the way you save me. But then my mind imagines how your parents must hate me. Thank God for cheap generics that inflate me. Now get off of my lap, I gotta take a nap. You're asking questions while I'm trying to lead a Seder. I'm old enough to be your Zaide. Of your skin. Are you sure we're not committing a sin? If something happens, notify my next of kin. My daughter Marla's got the safe deposit pin. It's 10 o'clock, I'm tired, and look at you, you're wired. The news is on, they're talking about 𝙈𝙤𝙳𝙗𝙗. I'm old enough to be careful of my knee. I need a cup of tea, my left eye's bothering me. I'm old enough to be your Zaide. She comes in the back door around 9 o'clock. She changes right into her red paisley smock. She's dusting and polishing, the schmutz goes away. I know she'll go to by the end of the day. She bends down and wipes underneath every door. She reaches and bleaches the whole kitchen floor. I know that she's leaving at 2:45. Maybe I'll spill something, she'll stay longer with me. She's my Wednesday Balabusta. She's my Tuesday weld, my June cleaver. She's my once a week Balabusta. And I'm weak in the knees, watching her clean. Her phone rings, she's speaking in words I don't know. I'm hoping he's telling her it's time for him to go. The thought of her with me, I'm starting to schwitz. Maybe I'll order those tapes from Berlitz. She's hungry, she stops for a Nutrisystem drink. She's perfect, but she doesn't know what I think. I should get another place that's not too far away. Maybe she'd give me an extra day. She's my Wednesday Balabusta. She's my Sunday bride, my Mayflower. She's my once a week Balabusta. And I wish that she'd vacuum me in. She picks up the money, she's waving goodbye. I'm smiling, but inside I'm starting to cry. I keep things too tidy, so she'll like me too. I really should give her some more things to do. I'm shivering, I found it. It's something she wrote. I need Ajax and Clorox, it's all in the note. It's her way of telling me she'll see me again. I'm happy I don't have to wonder when. She's my Wednesday Balabusta. She's a midweek mitzvah. The place is spotless. She's my once a week Balabusta. And I'll see her again next week. Himel's Bris. I Just gave Marky Himmel's Uncle Manny a kiss. I'm posting, I'm hosting, I'm filing, I'm sharing that Marky's Uncle Manny smells a lot like herring. I'm live blogging the Himel family Bris. The Moyle just avoided getting hit with Marky's piss. There's laughter, there's joy, there's loving and caring. How does this guy do it? Well, everyone is staring. I'm live blogging, l'chaim blogging. Wasn't Rushy just a blog? The Moyle is bandaging Marky Himmel's hog. I'm trying to grab a photo to put it in my blog. I'm transferring a sound file of Marky Himmel screaming. It's drowning out the sound of the chafing dishes steaming. There's blintzes and galleys and cream cheese with chives. The Moyle stuff is separate from the plastic forks and knives. There's coffee and vodka, a frozen chocolate log. I'm pressing with one hand so I can live blog. I'm live blogging. Hot diggity dogging. Wasn't the Talmud just the blog? I'm upstairs now and going through some drawers. It looks like Michael Himmel's been stealing from the stores. No wonder he paid cash for that monstrosity in quag. I'm scanning all the evidence, it's right there on my blog. Look at these prescriptions, the Himmels are depressed. No wonder Shelley Himmel's in at least a 14 dress. Not a single guest towel, the whole place has a stink. I'll send a thank you email with a bed and bath link. I'm live blogging, I am blogging. Wasn't the Mishnah just a blog? I'm live blogging a virtual addiction. Most of it is true, but more of it is fiction. I'm aggregating, permalinking, tagging what I can. I load it up on Pate, but I think it's really spam. I'm live blogging the Himel family Bris. Their simchas have a record of being hit and miss. I'll take a doggy bag even though I got no dog. I got the recipe for Shelley's frozen chocolate log. The recipe's available by clicking on my blog. You can even taste the chocolate log by licking on my blog. Be careful if your tongue winds up sticking to my blog. I'm live blogging. I am blogging. Everybody blog. The smell first hits me from 5 blocks away. It's Friday and I can't stay away. The Blue Jays are playing, but I won't likely risk it. I'm here with a plan to binge on her brisket. My mother's brisket, so moist and tender, always sends me on another Shabbos bender. The onions and carrots look nice. I don't need them, and potatoes, no dice. There are only 2 things that suffice: my mother and her brisket. My mother's brisket, so silky smooth. Whatever might happen all week, there's nothing quite like it to soothe. Don't need a Vorspice or any dessert. I got no room, my stomach already hurts. On Monday I'm altering shirts thanks to her brisket. I wanna climb into her brisket. I could cry, die at the thought of her brisket. I wanna swim in her gravy and thrillingly flailing I'll whisk it. The judges will give all the gold to my mother's brisket. My mother's brisket, strictly glad. The butchers revere her, reserving the very extraordinary best cut. Her pictures on the wall in between Schneerson and Yentl. Her brisket can even make flossing seem transcendental. I'm alive, diving into her brisket. I spoon her soft, sweet brisket. And if I really get lucky tonight, though it's easy 'cause she loves to spoil, Shabbos candles will reflect their last light in blessed tinfoil. I wanna climb into the tinfoil. I can't wait to get home with my tinfoil. I'm gonna run all the red lights, pull it over, stop it and frisk it. I want 25 years to life with my mother's brisket. Solitarily confined to every slice of my mother's brisket.
Well, here I am. Well, here I am, I made it. Still can't believe I did this. See, I didn't get bar mitzvah the first time around when I was 13. It was my parents, they were commies, and they wouldn't set foot in a shul. And they thought the post-war diaspora middle class were just appeasing their parents, but had cynical bourgeois aspirations. But thank God for my wife, Shelley, whose father had a thriving auto parts business. And he took me in first as a bookkeeper, and soon enough I was running it, and she talked me into doing this, so I wound up taking lessons at 46, and I got this new suit, also a 46 portly. And it was told the king of Jericho, saying, behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country. Okay, it's over. Hope I didn't make too much of a putz out of myself. It wouldn't be the first time, and I don't think that the meaning escaped me. I read the thing 1,000 times, and you know, this actually was sort of fun. I mean, being up here and hanging with these guys, and I really don't mind being here on a Saturday, because I'm really not that good a golfer.
Go.
Now?
Go.
How was that? Good. We ran into the Feldmans, man, did they look great. Mindy graduated with a 3.8. Milty says they're just about to renovate. And don't tell anybody, but Debbie is late. Poo, poo, poo. Poo, poo, poo. When it's good to be true. Poo, poo, poo. Murray was indicted for insider trading. They moved the case to Delaware. They're sitting and waiting, running up a legal tab. Their hopes were fading. Then Murray and the judge's sister started dating. Poo, poo, poo. Poo, poo, poo. When it's too good to be true. Poo, poo, poo. Call it what you like, a superstition. For me, it's just a logical position. I'm not claiming honest premonitions, just historically informed intuition, an evolutionary predisposition.
Now everyone would form a circle in the middle of the dance floor for a horror. Now all you gentlemen,
Before you're jumping up and down and holding hands and kicking up a horror, consider possibilities of triggering a juicy kind of horror. Say what you like about me, but be careful, don't commit Lashon Hara. Horrible disasters happen easily, believe me, check the Torah. Brides fall off chairs, a moil might sneeze, bar mitzvah boys can trip on too long tzitzis. I dry clean my tuxedo. You should see where I parked the car right across Bathurst Street. And it might even rain. Don't say it. Poo, poo, poo. Poo, poo, poo. Sylvie had a little dandruff. It can happen when you're older. It'll go away with Selsun Blue, or so her sister told her. Herbal supplements and vitamins, a health food store sold her. Nothing worked till she stopped throwing salt over her shoulder. Poo, poo, poo. Poo, poo, poo. If it's too good to be true. Poo, poo, poo. Poo, poo, poo. Poo, poo, poo. If it's too good to be true. Poo, poo, poo. Poo, poo, poo. Poo, poo, poo. When it's too good to be true. Poo, poo, poo. I've tasted all the specials, gone from dish to dish, closed too many late night delis, last call for one more knish, staring at a bowl of broken bones from every wish. I gotta find a different kind of delicate and delish. Nothing about her's vanilla. She never gets too dark, never shows a cold shoulder when this old hot dog starts to bark. She's rarely got a beef, she never claims a steak. She don't sour easily, she's too cool to shake. Parve, she's Parve, you can take her anywhere. My Parve, Parve, no one ever cares. Parve, Parve, she goes either way. Parve, Parve, she's good all day, every day.
the rules get disputed, she don't care which bowl. She is happy, hot, and cool, cold. She's as certifiable as fool's gold. She's Parve, Parve, my meat and potato days are over. Parve, Parve, there's no butter in my butterfly. Parve, Parve, I ain't going back to my Milky Ways. Parve, Parve, let's blow this cheesy joint forever. I can get lost, a place I can get found. I need a little wiggle room somewhere that I can fetch a hi-fi with Wi-Fi so I can cyber-letch. I need a little wiggle room. I need a little giggle room. I need a little wiggle room to ponder tougher questions, an extra little humble space to practice indiscretions. I need a little wiggle room to exercise obsessions, designated special place to vent my indigestions. I need a little wiggle room. I need a little jiggle room. I need a little bigger wiggle room. I need a bigger little wiggle room. A place I have no fear, my mind completely free of warring. I give myself the gears through double single malted pouring. Then chant the old cheers, 'cause I'm the captain and we're scoring. More trophies from careers in the major leagues of schnoring. I need a little wiggle room where I can duck a yuntif, a sacred little chapel where I can play the pontiff. I need a little wiggle room where only I have dibs, a safe house, a trafe house, a place I can eat ribs. I need a little wiggle room, a wiggle waggle wiggly room. I need a very big wiggle room, a higher, wider, longer wiggle room. The days are getting shorter, the nights are getting long. The air is getting chilly and I'm thinking of a song. The sun is low, the stars are bright, the winter wind is brisk. And I know that by saying this I'm taking somewhat of a risk, but I can't help it, I just like Christmas. The carols, the colors, the fuss, a stolen little knip under the mistletoe. I know it's not supposed to be for us. I can't help it, I just like Christmas. Making pretty window stencils with white dust. When sleigh bells ring, I like to listen. I
know it's not supposed to be for us. It's not like I wanna go and chop down a tree. Even if I did, you'd say I can't. But I got you a few things and I wrapped them real nice. I put them underneath the ficus plant. I can't help it, I just like Christmas. The rockets kicking is a must. A chestnut, a roast, an open fire. I know it's not supposed to be for us. Sit around in a red velvet suit, little helpers helping me with this and that. I'd stop shaving every year after Shmini Atzeret. You'd never give me hell for being fat. I can't help it, I just like Christmas. Eggnog and fruitcake I could bust. The detail, the retail, the sweet sales that follow. I know it's not supposed to be, it's not like it's like blasphemy. So what if it's not supposed to be for us? I know it's not supposed to be for us. On the first day of Shiva, the Stolberg sent in the biggest potato kugel I've ever seen. On the second day of Shiva, the Katzmans had delivered 2 tureens of borscht and a bigger potato kugel than the Stolbergs. On the third day of Shiva, the Applebaum sent over 3 steamed pastrami's, 2 tureens of borscht, and an even bigger potato kugel than the Stolbergs or the Katzmans. On the fourth day of Shiva, the Resnicks came and brought 4 pickled tongues, 3 steamed pastrami's, 2 tureens of borscht, and we had to leave their kugel in the hall. On the 5th day of Shiva, the Rubenovs dropped off 5 plates of smoked fish, 4 pickled tongues, 3 steamed pastrami's, 2 tureens of borscht, and we finally finished the Stolbergs kugel from the first day. On the 6th day of Shiva, the Greenwalds walked in with 6 pounds of liver, 5 plates of smoked fish, 4 pickled tongues, 3 steamed pastrami's, 2 bowls of borscht, and the Stolbergs came and we offered them some of Katzman's kugel from the second day. On the 7th day of Shiva, the Keplers called and said that Sid Kepler died after 7 operations, 6 days intensive quintuple bypass, 4 years of dialysis, 3 skin grafts, 2 hip replacements. So we sent in a nice potato kugel. This is the place, is it what you expected? You should have seen all the ones I rejected. Cozy and comfy, what I humbly call home. But the truth is a man shouldn't be alone. Don't be confused, there is nothing to decide. Consider it insisted, you're coming inside. I want you to kiss my mezuzah. Just throw all your things on the bench. Blessed are you, and oh yeah, me too. You're in the home of a man. That is the living room, is it what you expected? Admittedly, the upholstery is a little bit neglected. Cozy and comfy, that's a 60-inch plasma. The HEPA filter's noisy, but it's good for my asthma. Don't be confused, there is nothing to decide. Consider it insisted, you're coming inside. I want you to kiss my mezuzah. Relax, unwind, unclench. Blessed are you, and oh yeah, me too. You're in the living room of a mensch. That is the kitchen, is it what you expected? Wednesdays the whole place gets disinfected. Cozy and comfy, that's granite, it's nice. A line to the freezer has a filter for the ice. Don't be confused, there is nothing to decide. Consider it insisted, go on, go inside. Remember that I want you to kiss my mezuzah. My thirst has found its quench. Blessed are you and everything that you'll do, catering to the kosher culinary needs of your mensch. That is the bedroom where is done what's expected. All of my biblical needs are respected. Dark velvet curtains that block out the light. Just for the record, I sleep on the right. Don't be confused, there is nothing to decide. Consider it insisted, we'll not yet go inside. But when we do, I'm gonna want you to kiss my mezuzah. Redecorate, make it French. Blessed is the 𝑘𝙤𝙤𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗 That is your man. That is my office, a little unexpected. A list of conditions so both of us are protected. Cozy and comfy are things when they're working, but God only knows there is danger that's lurking. Don't be confused, there is nothing to decide. Just sign on the line, go on, just step inside. Or if not, I'll just kiss my own mezuzah. I'm resilient, I can always retrench. Blessed am I for always standing by the needs of this fine, available, attractive, secure, well-rounded, intelligent, lonely man. Let's order in like we do every week. We can eat everything from containers. Speed dial 5, I thank God I'm alive. It's an Erev Monday morning, no-brainer. Let's order in from the regular place. It'll be here in less than half an hour.
How about we get all the usual things? You are wonton and I am hot and sour. Sunday night Chinese food. Everything is greasy good. Don't worry, God is in church all day today. Once a week is understood. I can't believe it is already here. Maybe they're not that busy, wonder why. I'll get some cash, get the door. What's the tip? Is he new or the usual guy? Sunday night Chinese food, ending the week a perfect way. It's the only thing Chinese that God likes to make, right here in the USA. What is this dish? Looks like squid in its ink. Lobster sauce, jumbo shrimp, crispy pork. This is not our food, call them back. Where's the bill? It's for someone in the building named Schwartz. They probably got our Chinese food. Everything we ordered greasy good. Sometimes even God gets things the wrong way. Now and then is understood. I'll get the door, it must be the guy again. 2 switch bags, give us our proper food. Look, it's the people from 23B. All this time I thought they were kosher too. Come and sit down, we have nice paper plates. We don't ask, we don't tell, have some soda. This is our place, yes, we've seen you around. We knew your mother, she looked a lot like Yoda. Sunday night Chinese food, our weekly observant exclusion. God will be happy that we had you in our home. A shared little Asian confusion. Sunday night, Sunday night, Sunday night, Sunday night.
The mistakes I made, I should have spent more time in the shade. Kept the curtains closed so the fabrics wouldn't fade. Oy, the mistakes I made. Oy, the money I spent. Why'd I have to buy in Boynton? For 3 weeks I could rent. Instead I paid the maintenance while cousins came and went. Aye, the money I spent. I can take an insignificant pain, turn it into a runaway train. I keep doing it again and again. It just feels so damn good to complain. Boy, the days I blew, collecting all that stupid. Why not just a few? Maria broke the porcupine, the frog and swans too. Aye, the days I blew. Just feels so damn good to complain. Boy, the things I've said slipped out in conversations, landing like a piece of lead, making any sort of interaction something that I dread. Boy, the things I've said. An empty seat for someone to fill in. That Linda Rosen seemed so nice and willing. I used a recipe from Calvin Trillin. Things were going well till I tied her up with my tefillin. Boy, the mistakes I hope to make if I live a long time. That's why I gave up cake. Now I'm sprinkling flaxseed on a 3-ounce piece of steak. Probably just another mistake. I wonder if my flaxseed is fake. This is why I lay awake, thinking about my mistake. It just feels so damn good to complain.